I always feel this is called yelling yoga. We're gonna go ahead and get started in extended child's pose today. I kind of angled the mat a little bit because then my butt isn't in your face so much, and when we go right to left. So we're gonna move a little bit around, but not too much. So go ahead and just make yourself comfortable. Start baby kneeling and just gently walk your arms out. Make your knees as wide as comfortable on the mat. Big toes to touch. Gently bringing your hips back towards your heels. Bringing your forehead down to the earth. And then just find some organic movement there, checking in, especially with shoulders and neck areas that we keep a lot of tension. Even if we don't know that we're doing that, it just tends to kind of settle in there and feel kind of chunky is what I think sometimes it feels like. So if you hear crackling, that's good. If you don't, that's okay too. And then after a few breaths, just begin to settle into just stillness and calm. Gently blink your eyes closed. Let your fingertips find their own spot on the mat, maybe even tenting them before you spread them wide and allow the palms to lower down. Bring your mind's eye down to your breath, embracing the rise and fall of your chest and the expansion of your rib cage all the way to your belly. Nice, slow and easy inhales through your nose, and then open mouth. Expansive exhales out through your mouth. Breathing in love and compassion, and breathing out connection and balance. Perhaps those words or one of those words will be a mantra for your practice today that you can come back to in other moments of stillness. We search for the identity not only of ourselves and our breath and our movement, but where we are in the world, and then bring that in where we are within our homes, within our families. But maybe the most important for this hour is embracing your very own identity, your truth, yourself. Embrace that identity, embrace that truth, and intertwine it with your breath. And there you'll find happiness and peace and balance. If you want to embrace an Ujjayi pranayama, now might be a good time to just play with it by closing your lips and letting the breath come in and out your nose. Adding some texture with that easy constriction in the back of your throat. And know that Ujjayi breath is always just a choice to come in and come out of as you move through your vinyasa flow, knowing that an open mouth, easy exhale is always there for you also. Gently lift your forehead up off your mat and walk your hands over to off the right side and just let the hips settle back toward your left heel. Maybe putting the right forearm down to the earth and stretching the left fingertips. Stretch embraces all the way underneath the shoulder, under your arm. And then walk yourself back through center off the left side of your mat. And maybe drop the left forearm this time and reach the right fingertips forward as the right hips settle back towards your heels. And then gently come back through center. Find extended child's pose one more time. Then bring your fingers and palms out in front. Letting the palms come together, just bring the thumbs to the back of your head. And maybe lift your forehead up off the earth. Bring your palms back down and walk yourself back up to tabletop. We'll start with a few traditional cows and cats here. Drop your belly, lift your gaze, shine your heart for cow pose. Push your palms into the earth, catch your back, bring your belly button up to your spine, chin to chest. Inhale to cow, and exhale to cat. Walk your hands back towards your knees and come to sitting with your hips to your heels, and bring your hands to heart center, and gently blink your eyes closed. Finding an intention for your identity, for your practice. Breathe it in, and exhale, send it out. Blink your eyes open, bring your arms up overhead for a seated upward salute, and then bring the right arm underneath the left, hooking at the elbows, a seated eagle. Inhale, find a little bit of lift in your heart, and exhale, catch your back, seated cow and cat with eagle arms. Inhale, find a lift, and exhale, catch your back. Unravel, unwind, inhale to a seated upward salute. This time the left arm hooks underneath the right. Eagle arms, inhale, a little lift. Maybe lift your gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale, catch your back, bring your elbows in towards your knees. Inhale, lift, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. And then unravel, unwind to that seated upward salute. Take your right hand, place it right next to the right foot. Take the left arm up and overhead for an easy side stretch. And then come up onto your knees, take your hand to the small of your back, bring your hips forward, and just lift that left arm up, and maybe add just a baby back bend here. And then come back down, plant the left hand upon the mat next to the left foot, right arm comes up and overhead for an easy side stretch. You can bend that right elbow or leave it straight, the left elbow also. And then come up onto your knees, bring the left hand to the small of your back, let your hips come forward, lift your right arm, fingertips to the ceiling for an easy half camel, half back bend. Then bring your arms up overhead and plant them down upon the mat one more time. Take your right foot and just bring it right outside of the right hand. Bring the right arm up for an easy side twist. And now bring the arm around, forward and back. Maybe let your hips come also. Again, finding a lot of organic movement here. Then place the right hand on the inside of the right foot and walk yourself back to a variation of half splits, keeping the right heel on the right edge of the foot. Option to stay upright with a long, straight spine, or to plant your hands and bring your chin to your chest, flexing the right toes back. Bend the right knee, plant the right foot, right elbow on the right thigh, left arm up and overhead for a modified side angle. Again, option to take big circles here. Maybe even bend the elbow and take a gaze up. And then plant both your hands, bring the right leg back for tabletop. Drop your belly, inhale, cow pose, just one time, exhale to cat. And then really embrace that neutral spine. Left foot comes outside of left hand reaches up high, easy twist, and then big circles. Let your hips come with if you want. Before you walk yourself back for the variation of half splits. Then bend the left knee, plant the left foot, left elbow on the left thigh, right arm sweeps up and overhead. A modified extended side angle. Again, option to take big movements. Option to bring the hand behind your head and maybe look underneath that right elbow. And then bring your hands down to the earth and bring your left foot back to tabletop. We're going to use a hovering tabletop quite a bit today, so we'll just work on it to start. So stay in your tabletop, curl your toes, and then just straighten your arms and lift your knees, maybe about only an inch or two off the mat. Play around with it a little bit. The shoulders should be right over wrists. Really engage your core and really avoid trying to look down at your knees. Look up so you have a nice long line from the top of your head to the base of your spine. And then lift your hips downward facing dog. First downward dog, pedal it out, right and left. Assuming everybody can hear me okay, yes? Awesome. And then come back down to tabletop. We're going to do this 3 times. Push into the earth, hover your tabletop. Hold it here. Keep breathing for 2 more breaths. Be engaged, be present. You'll feel it also in your quads, and then lift your hips downward facing dog. One more time, bring your knees to the earth, find tabletop. That neutral spine, engage your core, push the palms into the earth, hovering tabletop. And then lift your hips downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Ragdoll Uttanasana at the back of the mat. Go ahead and take a wide stance, a narrow stance, letting your head and neck feel heavy. And then again, maybe sway side to side, maybe a chest expansion. Feeling good, feeling present. Finding your practice identity today. Bring your hands down to the earth and walk your feet together. We'll do 3 half-sun salutations. Inhale, rise all the way up, upward salute at the back of your mat. Again, bring your palms together and just let the thumbs come to the base of your neck. Keeping a long, straight spine. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the fingertips up, but keep those palms together. And then hands through heart center, forward fold on your exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on shins. I actually like to put them on my thighs and then pull the elbows in a little bit closer. It allows my shoulders to come back and down with a nice long straight back. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Push the earth away. Inhale, upward salute. Find that grip with that prayer grip with the palms together. And this time bring the thumbs to a little bit lower wherever that is. So mine are touching kind of that spot between my shoulder blades. I'm still keeping a long straight spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, upward salute, palms together. This time really let them fall down your back. Maybe the elbows come closer to your head. And as you let your hips come forward, add an easy back bend. Just by lifting the heart and bringing the hips forward, the head stays pretty neutral. Upward salute on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Listen carefully. Walk yourself out, high plank pose. Holding on to your high plank pose, breath in. Then breath out. Bring your right knee down to the mat. Turn over the left, modified side plank. Option to lift the left foot up off the earth. The left leg is in line with the left hip. And bend the knee and just dance this if you want. Or just make it an easy quadricep stretch. Come back and around, plant the left foot. Bring the right foot back to meet the left, setting up your first high plank pose. Shoulders over wrists. Rock forward onto your toes and then elbows, thighs, all the way down to the earth. Bring your arms out to a T. Tops of the feet stay glued to the earth. Inhale, just a little lift for a baby locust. Exhale, release. Inhale, little bit of a lift. Exhale, release. Bring your hands on either side of your chest. Curl your toes under, push right up to high plank pose, to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. This time bring your heels and toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, and open arm twist with the hips forward. So you might find that your arm doesn't come all the way back. Thinking about your shoulder mobility, bring your right hip forward a little bit. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, left arm comes back. Easy twist. Keeping the left hip forward, bringing it. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale. Walk yourself out, high plank pose. Hold your high plank. Bring your left knee down to the earth. Inhale, modified side plank. This time bring the right foot up off the earth, the right leg. Stay right here or bend that knee, grab the ankle, the foot, and allow the heel to come in towards your hip, feeling that quadricep stretch. Bring the right arm around, bring the left foot back, high plank pose. Rock forward onto your toes, bring your elbows in tightly. A modified chaturanga is an option, or find a traditional, lowering just halfway with the bent elbows. Straighten the arms, hips come forward. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, open mouth, exhale. Inhale, open mouth, exhale. Option for an Ujjayi pranayama if you choose. Inhale and exhale. Beginning our sun B, took to the top of the mat. Step, hop, or float, feet between your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, the first chair pose, maybe even come up a little bit, almost to upward salute before you lower mindfully down. Weight in your heels, maybe rock forward back until you feel that weight shift. Arms can be straight, they can be at heart center, or they can even be a goalpost. Inhale here, exhale, airplane your arms. Draw shoulder blades together, sink a little bit lower in your chair. Inhale, chair pose. This time wrap the right arm underneath the left, eagle arms. Inhale, find a little lift. Exhale, bring the right elbow to the knee. Inhale, find a little lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, all the way up, one-legged Tadasana. Left knee comes in towards your chest, flexing the toes. Take the right hand outside of the left knee. Find that easy twist. We hold it here for just 2 breaths, feeling strong in our standing leg. Bring the left foot down to meet the right. Inhale, upward salute. Bring the thumbs behind your head. Add that easy little back bend before you exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step the left foot back in its own lane, low lunge. And straighten your legs, wide pyramid pose. So first time through, feel free to come forward and back before you land in long pyramid pose. Again, that left heel can always be raised a little bit. Then lower down to the left knee. Inhale up, crescent moon. Exhale, airplane your arms, bringing yourself a little bit forward, but still keeping your belly off that right thigh. Curl the left toes under, rise up to low lunge with airplane arms. Inhale here, exhale here. Inhale, reach arms up, high lunge. And then on your next exhale, open up, warrior 2. First warrior 2, bend and straighten. Take a look at your alignment, maybe bringing your feet closer together, farther apart. Allow your arms to be extensions of your shoulders. Just let your hands rest as if they were on the calm, warm ocean. Bring the right arm underneath the left, hooking at the elbows. Inhale, straighten the front leg, lift fingertips up with your eagle arms. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, straighten legs, lift with your eagle arms, maybe your gaze follows. Exhale, unravel, unwind, back to warrior two. Inhale here, shift your weight into that left foot, flex the right toes, archer's pose. So the right arm stays straight out, the left arm bends, the elbow comes towards the back of your mat. Inhale, exhale, shift forward, right into extended side angle. Left arm can be up and overhead, it can be up to the ceiling, gaze can be down. Again, adjusting your stance, let the right knee track back towards the pinky toe. Keeping the bend in the front knee, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth, L step. So just tense your fingertips, straighten your leg, flatten your back, and bring the left foot to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Maybe come up high and then sink low. Inhale here. Exhale, airplane your arms into chair plane. Inhale, chair pose. Sweep the left arm underneath the right. Inhale, reach fingertips up. Exhale, bring the elbows to your knees. Inhale, stay in your chair. Just lift your fingertips. Exhale, elbow to knees. Unravel, unwind, one-legged Tadasana, right knee into your chest. Left hand outside of the right thigh. Open your right arm for an easy twist. Stay here and breathe. Find your balance. Bring the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, upward salute. Bring those palms together. Let the thumbs come back between your shoulder blades. An easy lift, back bend. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step the right foot back in its own lane, low lunge, tenting the fingertips, finding a little bit of lift in the heart before you straighten the left leg, wide pyramid pose. Coming down to the right knee, inhale up, crescent moon. Exhale, airplane your arms, bringing yourself a little bit forward. Curl the right toe under and just lift to a low lunge with airplane arms. Inhale, lift all the way up, high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Left arm sweeps underneath right, hooking at the elbows. Inhale, straighten the front leg, lift the fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, find a little lift. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Archer's pose on this side. Right knee bends, left finger heel toes come back towards your face. That right elbow stays up, left fingertips stay forward. Weight shifts towards that back foot. Inhale, exhale right into extended side angle as you move forward to the top of the mat. Setting it up the same way. Check the space between your feet, that heel to arch alignment. The left knee tracking towards the pinky toe. Inhale, reverse your warrior, keeping the bend in the front knee. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Listen carefully, bring the left foot back to meet the right. Come down to your knees. Hover your tabletop. Hold it here. Then lift to downward facing dog. We'll flow through that sun B, breath to movement. Inhale, look up to your hands. Exhale, step your feet between your hands, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, chair pose. Right arm hooks underneath left. Inhale, find a little lift in your heart. Exhale, bring your elbows to your knees, staying in your chair. Inhale, find a little lift. Exhale, elbows to knee. Inhale, unravel, unwind, one-legged Tadasana, left knee comes up. Exhale, easy open arm twist, right arm on the thigh, or maybe it comes to the edge. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Upward salute with the thumbs behind your head, easy back bend. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back with the left foot, low lunge. Straighten your legs, half pyramid, long pyramid pose. Inhale, exhale. Bring the knee down to the earth. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, airplane your arms. Curl the left toes under, lift to low lunge with an airplane arms. And then inhale up to high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Right arm hooks underneath the left. Inhale, straighten the leg, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, unravel. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, come back, archer's pose. Really flex those right toes. Exhale, right into extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to the earth, L step. Nice, long, straight right leg. Maybe fingertips are up on the mat. Bring the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold, release. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, chair pose. Left arm wraps underneath the right. Inhale, lift your fingertips. Exhale, elbows to knee. Inhale, an easy lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, unravel, unwind, one-legged Tadasana, right knee into your chest. Exhale, open arm twist, left hand outside of the left thigh. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Upward salute, bring the thumbs behind your head, an easy little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back with the right foot. Low lunge, straighten your legs to long pyramid pose. Breath in, then breath out. Lower down, right knee to the earth, sweep fingertips up, crescent moon. Exhale, come a little bit forward, airplane your arms, curl the right toes under, lift to low lunge with airplane arms. Inhale, high lunge, open up, warrior two. Left arm sweeps underneath the right. Inhale, straighten legs and lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten legs. Exhale, lower, unravel, unwind. Hips come to the back, archer's pose. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to the earth. Listen carefully. Bring the left foot back to meet the right. Lower the knees down. Curl the toes under. Hover your tabletop. Hold it here for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift your hips to downward facing dog. One more pass through, right and left. Adding on just a little bit. Inhale, look up to the top of the mat. Exhale, travel to the top, toes and heels to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Stay here. Come up onto the ball mounts of your feet. Sink your hips low. Squeeze those inner thighs together, the calves, the ankles. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. Lower your heels. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, right arm sweeps under left, eagle arms. Inhale, a little lift to the heart. Exhale, elbows to knee. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, rise up, left knee into your chest, one-legged Tadasana. This time, straighten the left leg, and then bring the right hand down on top of the thigh, on the other side of the thigh, on the outside. Left arm comes back. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Bring the foot down. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, thumbs behind, a little back bend. Inhale, upward salute. Forward fold on your exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back with the left foot, low lunge. Inhale, long pyramid pose. Hold it here for a few breaths. Coming down to the left knee, reach fingertips forward and up, crescent moon. Exhale, airplane your arms. Curl the left toes under, low lunge with airplane arms. Then if you want, launch off airplane pose. Take one more breath. And we step back right into high lunge, arms come up and overhead. Inhale, exhale, open up, warrior two. Right arm underneath left. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach fingertips up. Exhale out, bring the elbows down. This time, maybe bring them to the right knee. A little deeper. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring the right elbow to the top of the right knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, archer's pose to the back of the mat. Forward on your inhale to extended side angle. Option to stay here, option to straighten that right arm, maybe find a half bind or a full bind. Let your breath be even. Let it be your identity. Let it be the focus of your practice. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth, L step. Breath in, feet together to touch top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Holding right here or lifting those heels. Squeezing everything below the waist together and then engaging those muscles that wrap around your core. 2 more breaths. Stay with it. Drop your heels. Inhale, chair pose. Left arm hooks underneath the right, eagle arms. Inhale, a little lift of the elbows. Exhale, elbows to knee. Inhale, stick low in your chair even as you lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, unravel, unwind. One-legged Tadasana, right knee into your chest. Straighten that right leg. Bring the left hand outside of the right thigh. The right arm comes back. Always feel free to keep that knee bent for a little bit more stability. Bring the right knee in, inhale, upward salute. Bring the thumbs behind your head and add an easy back bend before you bring yourself forward to forward fold. Halfway lift, plant your hands, step back with the right foot, low lunge. Straighten both legs, wide pyramid pose. Bend into the front knee, lower down to the back knee. Inhale, up, crescent moon. Exhale, airplane your arms. Bring yourself forward a little bit. Curl the right toes under, lift to low lunge with airplane arms. Launching off to airplane pose if you choose. You can even just come up to rocket pose, or you can just stay in your low lunge with airplane arms. If you're in airplane, take a step back. We all inhale up to high lunge, and we open up to warrior two. Left arm hooks underneath the right. Inhale, straighten the front leg, lift the fingertips up. Exhale, bring the elbows over towards the left knee. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, elbows towards the knee. Inhale, straighten, lift, unravel, unwind, sink into your warrior two. On your next inhale, bring yourself back, archer's pose, or surfer's pose, anybody who's going to be near the ocean. And then come all the way forward in one breath, extended side angle. Again, we'll take a few breaths here. Easy inhales and easy exhales. Option again for that half or full bind. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, L step, bring the hands down, right leg comes up. Bring the right foot to beat the left. Listen carefully. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your high plank pose. And hold it here for 3, for 2, for 1. Through a traditional chaturanga, rock forward onto your toes. Lower just halfway, flip to the tops of your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here before we move on to our standing balancing postures. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Your choice for 2 more breaths. Inhale, right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open up that hip. Maybe find some big circles, maybe just a flexing of the ankle. And then bring the right foot outside of the right hand for a wide runner's lunge. Option to stay up on your toes or to come down to your knee. Just a little chance to stretch. You can also take a little break and get a drink of water. Plant the right hand, curl the left toes under if they're not already, and bring the right foot back to 3-legged dog. Listen carefully, we're going to come to a 1-legged plank. So bring the toe towards the left heel and come forward, leaving that right foot up, maybe even hooking it over the left heel. And then bring the feet together, we're going to move to side plank. Heels to the left, right arm sweeps up high. You can always take that modified plank if you choose. Otherwise, stay up here. And then we're going to move to wild thing. So just bring the right foot back, maybe sink the hips, lift the right arm up and overhead. And then bring the left hip down to the earth. We're going to be facing the back of the mat, keeping the right knee bent. Plant the right foot. Bring the hands on either side of your hips. Flex the right, left toes. And then just lift your hips. Head comes back and then lower. Lift hips and then lower. Come back around and find tabletop facing the front of the mat. And then walk your hands back toward your knees. Come to standing on your knees for camel pose. So option to take the half camel that we did at the beginning class or full camel. Bring your hand, we're going to do this twice, so feel free just to take an easy one to start before we go to the other side. Bring your hands and then think about letting your hips come forward. Keeping that head and neck really in line instead of dropping the head back. And then stay right here, or option to let your gaze follow the ceiling and bringing your hands to your heels, your ankles, but still let those hips come forward, draw the shoulder blades together. We're just here for 3. We're here for 2. And gently release down, bringing your hips to your heels. Close your eyes, hands on top of thighs. Reconnecting. Breath in. Keeping the eyes closed. Breath out. Breath in. And then breath out. Gently open your eyes, find tabletop, curl the toes under, hovering tabletop. Lifting your knees about 2 inches off the earth, straightening the arms. We stay here and breathe for 3, to downward facing dog in 2, and 1. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. On your inhale, look up to the top of the mat, step, hop, or float right into chair pose. Make that one big movement. And then bring your hands to heart center, elbows point out to either side. Turn your torso towards the right, then bring the left elbow outside of the right thigh, prayer twist. Bring the right hip a little bit forward, sink your hips, try to get them below your heart. Option to open your wings to fly. Option for side crow if an arm balance is in your practice. Whatever you choose. Staying right here in your prayer twist, gently unweight the left foot, and then bring it back, moving right into revolved, crescent revolved high lunge. Again, option to open your wings to fly, maybe find a half bind. Gently sweep your arms forward and up right into high lunge. Bring the palms together, thumbs behind your head, and add an easy lift here. Sink into that front knee. Inhale. We're going to open up right into an upright triangle. So simply drop the left heel, straighten both legs, and bring the right arm down. So we're a little bit more upright here with a long, straight spine. The left hip has not traveled towards the back of the mat yet. Now the left hip comes back. The right fingertips come forward. And then we tick-tock into a more traditional triangle pose. Again, staying right here, or adding challenge, bringing your left hand behind in the half bind, bringing your right fingertips forward, palms face up. Wherever you are, stay steady with your breath, feeling grounded in your feet, feeling strong in your legs. On your next inhale, reverse your triangle, moving into half moon. So if you have a block or water bottle, go ahead and use it. Bring the right hand down, left arm sweeps up high. Flexing the left toes. And maybe bringing that heel back and grabbing the ankle if you want to add a little dance to your half moon today. Take one more breath. And then a big step back, open up star pose. Big, long, strong X with your body. And bring your toes in, bring your hands to heart center, and then step to the back of your mat. Hands to heart center, samastiti. Breath in, and then breath out. Inhale, upward salute. Moving into first eagle on this side. Right arm swings underneath. Looking at the elbows, lifting the elbows up to shoulder height. Sink in and then move and weight that right foot, bring the right knee up and high over the thigh, hooking or maybe even kickstanding the right toes down to the mat. Then maybe bring the fingertips forward a little bit and you'll find a nice stretch by making space between your shoulder blades. Carefully, we're going to unravel, unwind into our one-legged Tadasana. The right knee comes in. Bring your left hand to your waist. Take your right fingers and reach down for your knee if that's where you want to be. We're going to big toe hold or grab on to that right big toe. Bring the foot out in front. Bring the left arm out if you choose. Wherever you are, stay here and breathe. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. We're going to take a big step out to warrior 2 and 1. Inhale, exhale back to surfers. Inhale, just rock forward. Exhale back to surfers. This time as you rock forward, bring your hands to the earth, L step. And then from your L step, just find a little Kundalini squat. Inhale, L step. Exhale, little Kundalini squat. Inhale, L step. Bring feet together to touch forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, travel back through a traditional chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Bend that knee, open up the hip, making big movements with your hips, with your ankles. Then really mindfully square off your hips. Come forward to high one-legged high plank. So if you want to hook on top of that right heel, go ahead. We're just here for 3. We're here for 2. We're here for 1. Nice job. And then we're going to move to side plank with the right heels going to the right. And the left arm sweeping up high. And always come down to that modified side plank. Wherever you are, we're going to move to wild thing. So bring the little left foot back, lift the hips, and lower the right hip down to the earth. Adjust yourself facing the back of the mat. It might even be off the side, that's okay. Bring the left knee in, the left sole of the foot plants. Bring your hands on either side of your hips. Inhale, lift, and exhale, release. Inhale, lift, and exhale, release. Come back and around, refine tabletop. Walk your hands back to your knees, standing up on your knees, second set of camels. So think about if you want to do a little bit more or backing off and doing a little bit less. Bringing your hands to your heels. As your hips come forward, your gaze comes up. And then gently come back and let your hips settle back upon your heels. Hands are down on your thighs. Close your eyes. Breath in and breath out. Walk your hands forward, find tabletop. Curl your toes under, hovering tabletop. Let those knees come up off the earth. We hold them here for 2 and 1 to downward facing dog. Inhale, look up to the top of the mat. Exhale, travel toes and heels to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Turning your torso to the left, prayer twist, bringing your right elbow outside of the right thigh. Bringing the thumbs in towards your heart, lifting yourself up off of your thighs. Option to open your wings to fly. Bringing your hands back to heart center, shifting the weight into the left foot, just a simple step back with the right. Revolved high lunge, revolved crescent lunge. Gently unravel, high lunge. Bring the palms together, let the thumbs fall to your neck, to the back of your head. And with a beautiful bend in the front knee, just add an easy back bend. Inhale here. We open right up into an upright triangle pose, so legs are straightened. And just let the left back of the left hand come to the inner thigh, right hand comes up. Now bring the hips to the back of the mat. Notice how the left hand slides down, a more traditional Trikonasana triangle pose. Again, staying here, finding a half bind, maybe bringing the left fingertips forward, palms face up. Inhale, reverse your triangle, half moon on this side. Take your block or water bottle if you have one. Bring it down to the earth. Bring the right arms high, flexing the right toes. Option to dance this or bring the heel in towards your hip, whatever variation works for you. You can be playful in postures that offer opportunities to try new and different things. And then take a big step back, star pose. Then bring your toes in, bring hands to heart center, bend your knees, take a big step to the back of the mat. Samastitihi, breath in and breath out. Inhale, arms reach up high. Left arm underneath the right. Letting yourself sink as if you were going into chair pose. Unweight the left foot, bring it up and high over the right thigh, hooking or kick standing, and then mindfully bringing those elbows up to shoulder height. And if you bring the fingertips forward, you'll feel again that stretch between your shoulder blades and your upper back. Unravel, unwind, one-legged Tadasana into big toe hold, which can be just keeping your hand on your knee or your thigh, or reaching down for those left toes and letting the foot come straight out. Right hand on your hip or bring it out to the side. You can always open up your tree, open up your toe hold if you want. Then bring your knee back and release. Big step out, warrior two. Inhale, exhale, archer's pose, flexing the left toes back, sinking low. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, sink back, archer's pose. This time launch off, L step. Inhale, exhale, knee behind, kundalini squat. Inhale, L step. Exhale, kundalini squat. Inhale, L step. Exhale, kundalini squat. Listen carefully, bring the right foot next to the left and then lower all the way down to a seat. Making it to the floor, but we're gonna do a couple of floor boats here. So let yourself hinge back, bring your hands behind your knees, and then gently lift your heels up off the mat, and then let them come down. This time lift them off the mat, bring your arms up overhead, bring them behind, and release. Bring your knees up. You can stop anywhere along this sequence. Straighten your legs, bring your arms up overhead, and then gently release. Two more, adding a little bit more challenge each time. Lay back, lift up. This time bring your arms down alongside, and then gently release. The last one, we're going to go to a low boat. So bring your arms up and then lower all the way down. So you're just about an inch off the mat. Gaze is up, long straight line. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. Release down onto your back. Keeping your knees up towards the ceiling, heels in towards your hips. Bring your hands down on either side. Peel yourself up off the mat, one vertebra at a time as you lift to bridge pose. And then peel yourself back down. Inhale to bridge pose, peeling your spine up off the earth, staying here. Bringing your fingertips to the ceiling and behind you. Maybe goal posting your arms. Staying engaged in your bridge pose. Maybe bringing yourself back to a chest expansion. One more breath. And then lower ever so gently down, knees out, soles of the feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand on belly, one hand on your heart. Or maybe cactus arms if that feels good in your shoulders. Maybe just your hands alongside. Gently bring your feet down. Take the right heel, right ankle, and put it above the left knee, flexing the toes. So a supine figure 4. But listen, we're going to go over to the right. So bring your arms up to a T. And just let your hips, left hip comes up, gaze over the left shoulder. Back to center, keeping those figure 4 legs. We're just going to go over to the left. Right hip pops up, gazes over the right shoulder. the second side. Maybe bend and straighten. We're just hang out here. Plant the right foot, left ankle above the right knee, flexing the left toes. Arms come out to a T. We'll go over to the right first. Coming back through center and over to the left. And back through center. Bring your knees into your chest. And the soles of the feet to the ceiling, legs up the wall. If you have a wall, for sure use it. If not, your arms can come down alongside, or you can gently place them underneath you for a little bit of lift. Gently bend your knees and just rock side to side with your knees in. Before you grab your arms around, pull yourself into a tight little ball. Your head can stay on the mat, or you can bring your forehead up to your knees. Big breath in. And as many breaths as you need to gently unwind and fold to your final resting place of Shavasana. Take all the time that you need, all the breaths, maybe add some more movement if that feels like where you should be. Gently close your eyes. Gently find easy and small movements. Begin to allow your body to wake up even as your breath stays calm and still. Bring your arms up overhead. Very gently turn onto your right or your left side. Bringing your knees into your chest. embrace your true self. Embrace your identity. Embrace your compassion and love for your true self. And as you find that special spot within you, you will find happiness and truth and peace. Gently make your way up to a seat, whichever is comfortable. Bring your palms together again. This time allow thumbs to heart center. If you choose, either leave them at heart center or bring the thumbs to third eye. As we bow towards each other, we honor the light and truth and peace within each other, sharing our identity with those around us. Namaste.